Josh and Caleb.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Wearing my Corpse Bride shirt. Got animation behind me, and that is in fact what today's video will be about. More specifically, the top 50 non-Disney animated films. So, before we jump in, have 5 here that almost made the list, so some honorable mentions. And obviously Disney, had some great animated films, so I figured it would be a good idea to look at some great animated films that are not Disney and not Pixar. So 5 honorable mentions. Tiny Toons, How I Spent my summer. Wait, just I thought it was summer. Anyway, How I Spent My Vacation. Great movie. I believe they did this when the series was ending. I think I'm right on that. They just did a big kind of series ending movie. I remember seeing this back in the day. We used to watch it all the time. So good. So good. Almost made the list. It probably should have. But great movie nonetheless. Then Willie the Sparrow. One I'm sure a lot of people don't know anything about. Had this on VHS for the longest time, and found it just last year, I believe, on DVD. Yeah, I think it was last year. Basically, this spoiled kid, he doesn't like, let's see, they deliver him to a wait, I think I'm right about that. Oh, a guardian turns him into a sparrow for shooting a BB gun at the little birds. So to teach him a lesson about shooting at birds, she turns him into a sparrow. It has been a very long time since I've seen this, but I used to watch it a bunch while I was a kid. Need to revisit that at some point. Then Samson and Sally. These 5, probably a lot of you would not have seen, except for maybe How I Spent My Vacation. But these are like just for kids kind of things. Samson and Sally, a great animated film. This used to be at Dollar General back in the day. That's how we first were introduced to it. When we lived in Perry, we lived pretty close to a Dollar General. We got, that's where we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, and the third one, which is not as good. But, yeah, that is how we got this back in the day. Kev got that one. I recently found this at Goodwill, I believe this year. Great little animated film. Then this, for the longest time, I had no idea what this movie was called. Willie McBean and His Magic Machine, which I checked out at the library years ago when they were doing movies still. Could not remember what it was called. I just kept typing in the synopsis, and one day it magically, this popped up as a recommendation. I'm like, huh, that looks like it. And then I found on eBay, which this goes for a little bit if you can find it for sale. This guy did not know we had. It's in a video. I got it for like under $20, I believe, which is crazy. Great, great movie. I believe Rankin and Bass did this. I could be wrong. From the producers of The Hobbit. So I think I'm right. Great, great movie. Love this one. Glad I was able to find it after years of not knowing what it was even called. Then our last honorable mention, Freddy the Frog. A lot of you probably don't even know what this movie is. It's like a frog secret agent. Such a good movie. James Earl Jones, Ben Kingsley. I think that's all I know. But yeah, great movie. Not sure if it's on DVD or not, but have the clamshell. This was also a Dollar General find back in the day. Okay, now we get into our top 50 non Disney animated films. Kicking it off with Ants. Now, these are not sequential until we get to the end. Those are my favorites, but I mean, the rest, it could go either way. But Ants, great movie. Uh, Kicked off DreamWorks, I believe. This was when Jeffrey Katzenberg left Disney. He was head over animation and started a company with Spielberg and another. I forgot the other guy's name, but yeah, Ants. Number 50. Then Rio. Rio 2's good as well, but Rio, great film. Saw it in theaters. 9, based on an awesome short film with stop motion animation. This is not stop motion, it's made to look like it, but great film produced by Tim Burton. Then just recently, Super Mario Brothers movie. Really enjoyed this one. Illumination is a studio that uh, they're they're doing some good things. Secret Life of Pets, Sing. Yeah, they're great. Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, Robin Williams, Tim Curry. I forget who else, but this has a lot of good special features on it. 30th anniversary. Watch this one a whole bunch. As need to revisit. Ice Age, outside Shrek, kind of revolutionized CG animation. So good. Some of the sequels are hit or miss, but this one I can always pop in and enjoy. Love the first Ice Age movie. Now Disney has Blue Sky animation. Monster House, Robert Zemeckis produced. Really great film about this haunted house. I won't give too much away, but this old man who chases kids off of his lawn, and then as they explore in the house, they figure out why it's haunted. Worship Down, great animated movie. Had this on clamshell until recently, upgraded to the Criterion when Barnes & Noble was having the sale. Rock and Roll, a cool, like, rock animated film. Iggy Pop, Blondie, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Great movie. Really enjoyed this. Just revisited it recently. Hoodwinked, signed by Patrick Warburton. He is Wolf, the Wolf. Just a great modern take on a fairy tale, make it into a mystery. So good. Love that movie. Hoodwink 2, not so much. Then a Don Bluth classic, Anastasia, when he came over to Fox to bolster their animation. I think they were just starting their animation studio. So they brought Don Bluth over, and this became a box office smash hit. And then, of course, his two after this, not so much, with Titan AE and forget what the other one was. But yeah, Anastasia, great. Visually stunning movie, and overall just a great story. Love Anastasia. Then their recent ones, Storks, really funny movie. Andy Samberg, of course, plays one of the Storks, and Jennifer Aniston, is she the girl that gets stuck in the mailroom? Love Storks so much. Prince of Egypt, also a visually stunning movie. The animation on here is absolutely breathtaking. Beowulf, another Robert Zemeckis film. He directed this one, unlike Monster House he produced. But some of the visuals in here are absolutely breathtaking. Some of the animation looks so realistic, but then other parts of the movie do not. So, a little ahead of its time, but a great movie. Cats Don't Dance. As you guys know, not a big musical fan, but do enjoy this movie, Cats Don't Dance. All about in fact, it's similar to Sing, right? I think I'm correct in that. I think they get together to make their own play. I could be wrong about that, but it's similar to Sing. Then the Adventures of Tintin. Spielberg's one kind of avenue into animation. Peter Jackson was supposed to do the sequel to this 2011, so over a decade now. So that's crazy. Not sure if the sequel will in fact happen, but Peter Jackson's not really directing anything right now except docuseries, so he has time. Then Legends of the Guardians, great visually stunning movie directed by Zack Snyder, who is great at visuals, not so great as far as story. But this one's good. I enjoy this one. One of the better animated films. Hopefully, as the list goes on, this might give you some ideas. If you've never seen some of these movies, a lot of Don Bluth on here for sure. This is one, The Pebble and the Penguin, which is not high on a lot of people's list when they're talking about Don Bluth, but I love The Pebble and the Penguin. Tim Curry, James Belushi, Martin Short, Annie Golden, great movie. Don Bluth. Then their recent one, just last year, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So good. It took them a long time to do this sequel, I think. Was it a decade? I could be wrong about that. When was the first Puss in Boots movie? I don't remember. It's been a while, but this one so good. The best in in as far as sequels or spin-offs, one of the better ones in the Shrek franchise. I was blown away by this one. So good. Then a clamshell makes an appearance. The Halloween Tree. Need to upgrade this one. Watch it every Halloween season. Hanna-Barbera, of course. This used to come on Cartoon Network every year. Really good. Enjoy this one. Then some Studio Ghibli with Kiki's Delivery Service. Love this one. For the English dub, they got Kirsten Dunst to do the voice of Kiki. Ah, just love Studio Ghibli films. They are so good. Especially the top three. Yeah, I think we have three in here. From, yeah, Studio Ghibli. Uh, Disney distributed these back in the day, but when they re-released them, it was just Shout Factory and Studio Ghibli. But you might remember back in the early 2000s, Disney distributed a bunch of Studio Ghibli. This, for sure. And then another one was My Neighbor Totoro. Great movie. I love Studio Ghibli films so much. This one they got Elle Fanning and Dakota Fanning in here to play sisters. Just brilliant on, I believe Disney was in charge of that. It was brilliant on their part. Uh, which I'm okay with subtitles, but I enjoy the dubs as well. And having Elle and Dakota Fanning do the role of sisters, one of the only movies they're in together, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I might be. Then we're back. A Dinosaur Story, another Steven Spielberg produced animated film. It's directed by a bunch of people. Had 4 directors. That's interesting. Martin Short is in this one as well, with John Goodman, Jay Leno, and Rhea Perlman. Interesting. But yeah, love this one. Big fan of dinosaurs when I was a kid. So this and Land Before Time really stuck out to me. Then a Johnny Depp animated film makes the list. Rango. Love this one. Much like Beowulf, the backgrounds are very realistic. Such a funny film. Need to upgrade this to Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray in here, but it's in a DVD case. So, need to get a Blu-ray case at some point. But, yeah, love this one so much. Gore Verbinski. He hasn't done a lot of great films since this one, but Rango is a blast. Then some Scooby-Doo films and Batman films coming up. Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. My second favorite Scooby-Doo movie. We'll get to what's number 1 later. I'm sure a bunch of you will guess it. But this one's so good. All about computers, obviously, getting close to Y2K back then. There were a lot of movies about computers and stuff, but this one has a cyber version of the original Mystery Inc. So it's great. I love that. Then Batman: Return of the Joker. Not only one of the best animated films, also one of the best Batman films in general. Now, Mystery of the Batwoman also, but we're talking about this one, the Batman Beyond movie. Such a good movie. Pretty much ended the series, but a great movie nonetheless. Definitely top 5 Batman films as well. Love that one. Then Box Trolls, some Leica animation, who are keeping stop motion animation alive. This one was breathtaking. If you have not seen Box Trolls, go see it. It is great. A lot of people like Coraline, which I enjoy it, but their later films are so good. Box Trolls. I don't know if this or the other one we're going to talk about later is my favorite, but it's certainly up there. Then Akira, great anime. Uh, for a while I thought Christopher Nolan or Jordan Peele were going to do a live action movie. Nothing happened so far, so till then we have, the classic. It would be a cool live action film. We got live action of this one. So it could go either way. Ghost in the Shell, great movie. Uh, Sequels, are kind of hit or miss for that, but enjoy it. And The Iron Giant, great movie. Jennifer Aniston in this as well. Harry Connick Jr., and of course Vin Diesel, before he played Groot, played the Iron Giant. Or voiced the Iron Giant, I should say. Then Isle of the Dogs, a Wes Anderson film. This is not his only stop motion animation film. I believe we are getting to another one a little bit later. Yes, we'll get to that one. Oh, this one is so good though. About this island of dogs. Oh, you gotta watch it. It's so good. Uh, I don't believe it was nominated for Best Animated Film. It didn't win, but it is great. Go see that. Trust me. All Dogs Go to Heaven, a Don Bluth classic. Probably a bunch of your favorites as far as Don Bluth goes, along with Land Before Time. But yeah, absolutely love this one. Then another Leica, Paranorman, might be my favorite. Is really good. Horror with stop motion animation. Great. Uh, this one really put him on the map, after Coraline, because people love Coraline, but this one, like, took him up a notch. So good. Enjoy Paranorman. Then had to get some more elimination on here. Secret Life of Pets. Good movie nonetheless. I enjoyed this one. Sequel's pretty good as well. Harrison Ford is in the sequel. Then Leica, Kubo and the Two Strings. Maybe this or Paranorman is my favorite one. This one, like, the the like special effects they used with stop motion animation in this movie is crazy. If you get this, definitely watch the behind the scenes on how they made it. It is crazy. So well done. Then How to Train Your Dragon 2. Had to put one of them up here, and 2's probably my favorite. Then either one could fit in this, Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse. Both really good. Spider-Man being my second favorite comic book character of all time. Batman being number one, but I like Marvel overall more. Because I have X-Men and Fantastic Four. Anyway, these are both great movies. I guess if I had to pick, I would pick the first one, Into the Spider-Verse. Then their elimination, Sing. Love this one. Don't like musicals, but for whatever reason, this movie works. And probably a lot of you are saying most Disney animated film is technically a musical. You're probably right. I should say live action musicals are not my thing, but I love music and animation together, and this is a great one. Absolutely love that one. Matthew McConaughey. Then American Tail. Uh, I would just add, absolutely love Five O Goes West. It's crazy that Don Bluth did not do any of these sequels. Like, Spielberg kind of took the franchise away from Don Bluth in a way, much like Universal did with Land Before Time, because he was not involved in any of these sequels from Five O Goes West on, which which is crazy. Somebody asked him that when we saw him at MomoCon, and it was like, yeah. I guess a Walt Disney, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit kind of situation, but anyway, the first one is absolutely brilliant. Great movie. Uh, Bluth and Spielberg made a good team. I don't know why they didn't continue working together. I guess because Spielberg figured he could just do it on his own, and he kind of did for a while with Tiny Toons and all those cool shows he did. So, then Land Before Time. Can't believe there's 14 films. That's that's crazy. I'm sure I don't remember any past three. Uh, I think it's three with the group of raptors. Uh, anyway, focusing on the first one as well for this entry. 14 films. Used to have them all in clamshell, which was crazy. And if you guys remember, McDonald's used to give uh, the first one away with, I forget what it was. With your Happy Meal, you could pay like a few more dollars and get a VHS of The Land Before Time. We did that once. I believe Cabe still has that VHS, but crazy. Then, of course, my favorite Scooby-Doo movie, signed by Jim Cummings, who was Jacques. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Great movie. Uh, kind of put the possibility of Scooby-Doo doing movies and it kickstarted the whole thing. Before that, he was just, you know, TV series, but yeah, for whatever, I guess the Mandela effect or whatever, I always thought this was in theaters, but it was never released to theaters. So I don't know where I got that. But yeah, great movie. Love Scooby Doo so much. Then probably the closest to Disney animation, The Swan Princess. So good. Of course, Richard Rich, I believe, was a Disney animator or director. I believe so. I believe he left and then did Swan Princess. 25th anniversary, much like Don Bluth did as well. Sandy Duncan is the Swan Princess. Princess Odette. Absolutely love this movie. John Cleese is in this movie as well. Jack Palance. So good. There's like 15 of these now. Let's see, where are those? They're down here somewhere. I know there's at least 10. I have them all. There's one that was released this year. Uh, Gotta find that, but they're hard to get now because the last three you've had to order from Schwan Prince, their website. So I don't know. Maybe I'll wait and see if that pops up on eBay. But the original is where it's at. So many classic moments. It's kind of like Sleeping Beauty in a way. Uh, Prince Derek has to go because she turns into a Schwan, and the bad guy wants her powers. It's great. Go watch the Schwan Princess. One of the best upgrades I've ever done. This Blu-ray is great. Has a lot of cool special features as well. Schwan Princess. And that starts our favorites pile, which also includes another Studio Ghibli film, Spirited Away. When this got nominated for Best Animated Feature and lost to Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, along with Corpse Bride, I said, well, I need to check that movie out. Because, Corpse Bride, I absolutely love. And so I checked it out, absolutely loved it. Found it at Goodwill not long after that on Clamshell, and I had it on that format until a couple years ago when they became available at Walmart with this awesome Blu-ray set. Also comes with a poster which is hanging up near my door over there. But yeah, Spirited Away. I would say it's my favorite Studio Ghibli film. They've done so many. Uh, I have quite a few here. uh, Howl's Moving Castle, also great, but this one just blew me away. Is so Batman good. Mask of the Phantasm. Need to get these separate at some point. I want Mask of the Phantasm on Blu-ray. Because it's not only a great animated film, it's one of my favorite Batman films of all time. Definitely top 5, at least. I think Batman Returns would be my all-time favorite, but this one's up there in the top 5. So good. Joker is in quite a few of my favorite Batman films, which is crazy. This Return of the Joker, uh, Dark Knight. So he's in quite a few in my top 5. Uh, yeah, but this is a great film. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Bruce Timm, which a lot of people thought should be over the DC live action side, he was over the animation side for a long time. Of course, he was a showrunner for Batman the Animated Series, Justice League, Superman the Animated Series, I believe. He did a lot of great stuff. So yeah, maybe should have, not sure. But yeah, love Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Then my favorite Don Bluth, The Secret of NIMH. Got him to sign it at MomoCon. 5 hour wait. Worth it though. Love Secret of NIMH. Sequel, not so much. But yeah, great movie. Then Corpse Bride, which is right here in this Tim Burton collection. Love Corpse Bride so much. I watched Nightmare Before Christmas, which was stop motion animation, but this Corpse Bride really got me into stop motion. Then I did a whole bunch of research on it. After I saw this film, I'm like, oh, A Nightmare Before Christmas was as well. So yeah, very good. Then that got me into Tim Burton, obviously. So Corpse Bride, great movie. Wish Tim would do more stop motion animation. He's only done 3. Frankenweenie, Corpse Bride, and, well, I guess James and the Giant Peach and Frankenweenie. So 4, I guess, even though he's only directed 2 of those. Henry Selick directed James and Nightmare Before Christmas. Little factoid, I'm sure most of you knew that. Then there, Don Bluth classic, Rock-a-Doodle-Doo. Rock-a-Doodle. I don't know what, I always add the do at Rock-a-Doodle. It's just Rock-a-Doodle. This actually has some live action segments. And it adds to it because the boy gets transformed into an animated cat. But yeah, great film. Absolutely love that one. If you have not seen Rock-a-Doodle, go check it out. Go watch it now. Then another Wes Anderson stop motion, maybe my favorite movie he's ever done. It's certainly up there with Grand Budapest Hotel, Bottle Rocket, that's up there. Great movie. Fantastic Mr. Fox. This, of course, based on a Roald Dahl book, who also wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But yeah, love this one. Need to upgrade that. Then Shrek. Kickstarted. Well, I mean, Ants was first, but Shrek, like, really put DreamWorks animation on the map. It won Best Animated Feature, beat Disney at the Academy Awards. Says it right there. What movie was that? That wasn't Monsters Inc., was it? Anyway, Shrek, great movie, so funny, and of course Smash Mouth being in there. Love that song. Then we will end with a Filmation movie, Happily Ever After, which for the longest time I thought was a Disney movie. It is not. I might keep this clamshell even when I do upgrade this. Because, having the actor next to the character they voiced, so clever. Of course, Dom DeLuise. he was a man back in the 90s. A lot of people you might recognize: Ed Asner, Dom DeLuise, Zsa Gabor, Phyllis Diller, Tracy Ullman, and Malcolm McDowell, the bad guy, Lord Malice. Such a crazy cast. Used to watch this movie a whole bunch as a kid. Have not seen it in some time. Happily Ever After, a continuation of the Snow White story, does justice to its forebear. So that's cool. I love. Oh, I totally forgot that. Okay, Lord Malice is the brother to the Evil Queen. uh, that's crazy. So, pretty cool. A sequel, not with not done by the same studio, which did happen quite a lot in the 90s and early 2000s. Because, they're based on fairy tales, which, you know, is public domain. So that's why so many Wizard of Oz movies were made when I was a kid. But yeah, Snow White, the most beloved fairy tale of all time, continues. Can't wait to upgrade this. It was in a box set of some other like fairy tale movies, but it's expensive. So maybe one day, but when I do upgrade it, I'll probably keep this because I love that, and I just love the movie in general. So that is the top 50 non-Disney animated films, not in sequential order. Didn't really want to do that. I put all my favorites at the end, but yeah, that is going to do it. Definitely leave a comment what your favorite non-Disney animated film is, and that's going to do it. I'm Josh. More videos coming as always. Until then, if I don't see you out thrifting or at Walt Disney World, I will see you at the movies. Bye. Go watch an animated movie now. Bye.